Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri Tsvetkov, and today I want to make a video about the golf statistics. About one more video about the golf statistics. Yesterday I have made a video about the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard, the first day, but I have finished to make it before the one interesting golf I have finished to play. It's a Corey Connors. And it was highly interesting to make special video about his game yesterday, because you see that yesterday he have made a new record for the PGA Tour, and he have gained strokes gained from the approaching was 5.44. And this connection, I think that it's highly interesting to fix it and to for better understanding and for the better history, for the better analysis of such a great performance of the different players. So he have played -6 yesterday. It was not a bogey-free round, because you see that he made 2 bogeys yesterday. So we can see that his driving distance was not so high, just 276 yards, and I think that he is less than average in the tour by these results. His driving accuracy was not also perfect, and it seems that those two reasons, those two kind of information are very reasonable for his approaching. Those fact that he have made most of his advantage from the strokes gained from approaching, exactly because you see that he have converted the 57% of driving accuracy percentage in the greens and regulation, which were 83%, and stroke gains from the putting were 1.69. But again, we can see that the best results were coming from the greens and regulations, from the strokes gained from the from approaches. Excuse me. So I have made a spreadsheet for the Corey Connors results. Yesterday's here we can see the name of the golfer, the Corey Connors, the number -6, it's a scoring which he have made yesterday, and we also have here the statistics of the every stroke which he made, play-by-play strokes. So the reason is, so we can see here the first hole, for example, and it was par 4 hole, and he have played in par exactly. Here it's not so highly important for us what kind of par it was those holes. And this connection for us, it's more interesting how many strokes have made the golfer on each of the holes. For example, on the first hole it's 4 strokes, on the second hole it's 3 strokes, on the fourth hole it's 3 strokes also. Meanwhile, the hole number 3 is a par 4 hole. So we are fixing those results, and we're fixing them this way. So the distance from the tee shot was 451 yards, and after first stroke he was in 145 yards to the hole. After that he have made approach to the green, and he was in 20 feet and 7 inches to the hole, which we are converting in the 7 yards. So it's the same, it's approximately the same distance. And after that he have made the first putt, and the ball will stay and 14 inches to the hole. And 40 inches we are converting again in yardage, and it's approximately 0.4 yards. So this way we are calculating all of the holes, each of them. And after that we are receiving interesting information about the separate holes which were played, the most interesting for us, and exactly about the average distancing. And we are making comparison of this average distancing with the average distances for the other golfers, exactly for the 1 stroke, for 2 strokes, 3 strokes, 4 strokes, and 5 strokes, and some of them maybe will have 6 if they played the bogey on the par 5 or double bogey on the par 4. And here we can see that, for example, in the hole number 16, the Corey Connors have made the eagle And what was this eagle? It was a distance 510 yards, so it was short par 5, and after first stroke he had finished on 182 yards to the hole, and after that he making very good approach for the distance 5 feet and 5 inches, and it's approximately 1.8 and 8 yards, and he have made one putt from this distance. So we can see that it's the longest hole which was played for 3 strokes for him yesterday. The same situation on par 4 stroke. Excuse me. On par 4 stroke, so he had played 3 strokes. It was a birdie, and the distance was 472 yards. And the first stroke was finished on the distance 158 yards. And after that, the approach was not so perfectly done. Distance was 21 feet 6 inches, and that is 7.3 yards, and he have made just one putt from this distance. So this is a logic, and this is the methodology of the calculation. And before we will take, and we can see the average figures. So for one stroke, for all 18 holes, the average distance was yesterday 2.1 yards. For all 18 holes, 2 strokes were started average from the distance 65.4 yards. For the 3 strokes, 37 yards, and so on for all the holes. So after that we will make the comparison of these results with the total results of the other golfers who have played yesterday on the same course and the same conditions. And this comparison will be very successful to understanding the sources of the advantage which the golfers received yesterday. But before we will do it, I will want to show you some other my sources in the social networks, and this time I want to attract your attention to the I'm developing the hashtag all over the golf, and one of the main sources for development of this hashtag and the content which is related with this hashtag is the Instagram page, which is called the same way, all over the golf. And you see that here I know that the content must be you prefer to receive the content from the social networks and the other sources which are preferred for you. And in this connection, those of you who prefer the Instagram, I just want to show you that I have such a source, and you can visit it to find more and more information about the golf and golfing. And the idea is just to make your golf is better and better. And I need to say that here, for example, I have 2,800 publications approximately, but in YouTube I have just a little bit more than 1,000 different videos and publications. So now we are ready to make a comparison of the yesterday results of the Rory McIlroy and Corey Connors, mostly because they have played, both of them have played -6, and we can see that the average distance, the Rory McIlroy received advantage from the for one stroke. So his average distance for one stroke was 2.8. And in many cases it's well related with the amazing putting putt which he have made on the hole number 2, and he have made a birdie on the par 3 hole, which 221 yards long, and his first stroke was not so excellent. It was 55 feet and 11 inches to the hole. It's approximately 19 yards, and he have made one putt just from this distance, and maybe it was the longest putt yesterday for all the golfers who took part in this competition. On the hole number 3, he have made a putt from the distance 7.7. On the hole number 14, from distance 4.5, and on the hole number 15 from distance 4.3, and number 17 5.0. So he have received a good advantage from exactly from the putting yesterday. So we will try to take a look for his statistics. We will find that stroke gain from the putting were 3.7, and all other components he was not so highly strong. Relatively, I'm just talking about the relative performance certainly. So, but we can see that from the distance, for the average distance for the two strokes, the Corey Connors have small advantage against Rory McIlroy, because for Rory the average distance was 58, and for the Corey the distance was 65. Three strokes. The average distance for Rory McIlroy 179. For the Corey Connors, much more longer, 237. They have approximately the same distance for the four strokes, 392, 382, and for five strokes, 507, 501. So it was not any advantage of Corey from the longer distances, but it was advantage in his component of the game exactly in the approaching when he have made three strokes. So I hope that it will be very interesting information for you. In the end, I want to show you the small video from my golf channel. Excuse me. With the golf swing of the Corey Connors. So we can, I think that we will have many reasons to analyze his golf swing. I hope that he will play perfectly today, as perfectly as he played yesterday, and we will have much more reasons to discuss his game and to discuss his golf statistics and so on. So thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. I hope to see you on my YouTube channel mostly. I will be thanks a lot if you will find the reasons to subscribe for my channel, because I'm trying to send here the more information about the golf swings of the different golfers all over the golf, and to that it's some kind of the motorical training when you're looking for the swings and you are receiving information. Your brain is working separately and working on the understanding of the golf swings of different players. So in this connection, I think that such videos are kindly useful for the improving your golf skills, because you know that you are thinking and visualizing more and more about the golf and about this subject. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope to see you on my channel again, and have a good game, have a good golf. Bye bye. It was Yuri Tsvetkov. It was very nice to see you on my channel.